The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Blackjack, a Jackalope folk warlock.
I'm Connor Shenold, I play Jaska, a Coyote Ranger.
I'm Johnny, and I play Twitch, a rat folk wizard.
I'm Kimberly Cross, and I play Beatrix, a Tabaxi rogue.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Billy, a possum fighter.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Zianci, a Spiderkin cleric.
And I'm Ian Cross as your Dungeon Master. Join us now for Tales from the Wilds. Through trials and tribulations, dealings with Mama Moth, Seos and Oribos, and Camp Glimmerwood, you have finally made it to the city of Athenus. Great stone walls stand between you and the city as you see tons of people lined up at the gate. You appear to only see one thing over the wall, and it is an interesting sight.
Wow, look at that.
Standing in what seems to be the middle of the city is a large tree that seems to glimmer with these yellow and orange hues. You can't quite tell why it's glimmering that color. It's quite large, it takes up the whole airspace around, and you're not too sure why it glimmers that color, but it's a strange color that you normally don't see.
I just wish for regular trees again.
I know, Billy.
All these magical trees.
I guess winning the Fae and all that.
Yeah.
But hey, at least we made it to Athenus.
Good, because my feet are tired.
So, as you all approach, you see the line is long, as I have said before, and it might take you actually a number of hours to get into the city itself. Guards appear to be conversing with people, jotting down notes, and then letting most people in.
Can I poke the person in front of us?
Yes, roll me d4.
A 4.
In front of you appears to be a human, bent down, almost digging in the dirt, and you poke him and he goes, yes?
Number 1, do you need help? I'm kind of a digger sometimes. Are you trying to dig under the wall?
Well,
I think that might take a while.
He's like in the line. He's nowhere near the wall. He says, I'm trying to look for bugs.
I love bugs! I haven't had any good bugs in a long time. I was at this place with these really cool fireflies, but it seemed like I probably shouldn't eat them.
No, not eating bugs, just collecting them.
Why would you collect them without anyone? Okay. Moving on. Is the line to get in usually this long?
No, usually it's not that long. I haven't been to Athenus in a long time. People are coming from all across the realms, all across the different worlds for the Carnival of Luck and Fortune.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, if we meet our camper counselor counterparts, can I beat them up?
Of course you can.
Excellent, because they abandoned poor Mr. Tankard. Thank you, sir. Go about your digging. Good luck with the bugs.
All right. And he'll go back to digging and...
Can I see if I see a bug?
Give me a perception check.
That's 12.
You don't seem to spot any bugs around.
They like rocks, so if you see a rock, just pick up a rock and there's probably a bug under there.
Oh, all right.
Wait, whoa. If you're not eating the bugs, what are you using the bugs? What are you doing to these poor bugs?
Well, I'm not doing anything to them. I just like watching them inside jars and watch how the environment makes its own sort of,
While he's talking, Billy turns around to the rest of the group. This guy's a little loony.
Yes, you'll see a lot of that here.
You put natural stuff in it and
Thank you,
bugs
sir. We're
and
not
other
talking
creatures.
to you anymore.
All right.
We'll walk away.
Billy has zero he's a negative charisma, so.
You guys want to talk to anyone else? There's other people.
So you said there was the Carnival's Luck is going on. What do I remember? Was the Carnival Luck going on when I used to live here?
Give me a history check at advantage.
18.
You recognize the name Carnival of Fortune, and it appears that luck has been added to the name as well from a certain heron god named Lucky. If you remember the SoonerCon special. But you know Lucky. You helped him out. Maybe he could help you guys out for whatever you're wanting to do in town.
But did I feel like the Carnival of Luck Fortune lasted for a very long time?
You weren't there when it was open.
Okay, so this is new.
This is new. You're not too sure where you were in the Feywild when you helped out, but it had not opened yet due to him not having his Wand of Wonder on him.
Right. So the festival is new.
Yes, it is. As far as you're concerned, it's never been to Athenus.
So this is the inaugural Carnival of Fortune and Luck in Athenus. Okay. But so I go to somebody and I say,
Roll me a d4.
2.
You approach a spiderkin, napping and dozing off a little bit.
Hello, sorry to bother you. My name's
hi.
Blackjack.
Oh, well, nice to meet you.
And I was wondering, just out of curiosity, are you here for the Carnival of Luck and Fortune?
I'm thinking about going and seeing it. I mean, that's kind of the main reason I came here. Is that why you're here?
Apparently. How long has it been going on?
Well, supposedly there's been problems with it. I'm not too sure exactly what, but it's supposed to start in 2 days. It's been kind of pushed back a little bit over the past week or so.
So why did the councilors feel like they needed to leave? It wasn't going to start in about, by the time they would have gotten here by the time it ended.
I mean, it has been pushed back quite a bit.
They thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So I think, and supposedly the rumor going around, at least like in this line and other places, that they're trying to get everyone in so that everyone can experience it.
You know what? I bet Lucky might need our help.
But also I heard it might be because of some sort of special guest that they have.
I wonder if that might be me.
I was about to say the same thing, but for me, the Prince of Mud Peoples.
Of course. Let's just all go.
But I've also heard Lord Oberon is apparently going to be probably about next week throwing some sort of big celebration. And he's going to have a party in his own abode. And the civilians will also be celebrating. It's going to be a fun 2 weeks.
Last shindig Oberon. I don't know.
And he's been throwing tons of parties. So, I mean, it's been apparently just a fun time at Athenus. So, I mean, decided to come here.
He's a Fey Lord. He tends to throw a lot of parties.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time. And I have a very dear spiderkin friend myself as well. You can see, that's Yancey right over there.
Hi.
Deontay, are you guys cousins?
Possibly.
I mean, we're all kind of related. My grandmother's spider.
Wait, so Grandmother Spider is your, like, literal grandma?
Oh, the grandma of everybody, yeah.
Oh, but then, like, what if, like, you fall in love? Is that person kind of your cousin, too?
Well, it's as far enough away. Have you ever heard of the origin story that you wouldn't know about them?
And we zoom out on this conversation.
Before we go, Twitch walks up to the other, what was your name?
Zesod.
To Zasad and says, come on, Ziansi, let's go.
See you later.
And Zesod kind of nods off and goes back to sleep in the line.
I'm gonna go up to another person.
You go up to a wood elf.
Hello, excuse me.
Oh, hi.
I've heard that this is gonna be the line that we stay in for the Festival of Luck.
Oh, yes. Let's say just get into the city of Athenus. They've been running lots of background checks to make sure you are not, I don't know, bringing any sort of dangers to the city, if that makes sense.
Oh.
There's apparently people they've kind of blacklisted, I've heard, from entering the city.
Oh, interesting. Do you know what sorts of people are getting blacklisted?
I'm not sure myself. I haven't seen that people leave the line, and I don't think I've actually seen anyone leave the line today. So I think it's mostly just to check and make sure that they know supplies, all that sort of stuff that you have, know that you're not carrying anything dangerous with you.
Blacklisted as in, like, they get to have a conversation with the guards, or they're just not allowed in?
I've heard it can go either way. It depends.
Do any of the guards seem to be connected to Lord Oberon?
Oh, they're all connected to Lord
That's what
Oberon.
I thought. I give a meaningful look toward Blackjack.
I'm sorry, I was in my own little world. What was going on?
The guards are looking for suspicious characters that are on a list, and if you're on the list, they don't let you in, and maybe they rough you up a little bit, and these people are the no Oberon list, and I'm thinking maybe you might be on that list because he doesn't like you right now.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
And anyone talking to the Wood Elf or near the Wood Elf can make me a perception check.
21.
No, 8.
26.
18.
Anybody who got I'll say 10 or higher, you recognize some of this garb as some garb you've actually seen pretty common around Bleakburn. This person appears to be from Bleakburn.
Oh, I see you're from Bleakburn.
Yeah, I decided to come here because, I mean, supposedly the nobles from Bleakburn, Oribos and all of them were invited to the party that's being thrown by Oberon, so I'm not too sure what's going on, but I've heard about this party and I'm really interested, and I haven't really gotten out of the city, so.
Well, good for you. Getting out there, trying new things.
Thank you.
And it's been what, about 3 weeks,
About
a
3
month?
Well, it's 2 weeks to walk from Bleakburn to the forest, and then we walked in the forest for a week, so 3 weeks-ish.
But you do know you were in the camp for quite a bit.
3 days.
So it's probably been about, we'll say,
So close to
3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And you're assuming this person might have been on the path somewhere. Maybe you took a different way here as well.
All right, so should we try to move up on the line and see if we can get just in?
Yeah.
Is the line moving at all?
It's moving, yes, at a decent pace.
So
like I
what-
said,
Oh.
it's a very long line though, so it'll take you a few hours to get through.
Okay.
Maybe we can use this time, Mr. Blackjack. You can give us the do's and don'ts of interacting with Lord Oberon.
Of course I can.
Mostly the don't.
He mostly knows the
Don't do
don'ts.
what he
yeah.
does, and we're fine.
Mainly you just, you show him deference, and he likes you to be a little bit forward, but not going against his own strength, if you know what I mean.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Blackjack. Have you had more dreams recently about parties? Because the bug guy said Oberon's been throwing lots of parties, and you've been having dreams about Lord Oberon's parties. Remember, he looked at you, but he didn't see you?
I remember that. I think it might have been that just one time, but it was kind of freaky at the time. But I'd like to know if we, once we get up there, if we can even get in, or if we even try to get in that way. We try to get in a different way, maybe.
I think we should try to do things, at least at first, by the rules.
Yes.
Maybe they'll kick us out, and then we can try something else later.
That is true. We can certainly give it a try. It wouldn't hurt just to...
That'd be different.
What if they let us in? But maybe you don't tell them your actual name.
So we'll just wait in line and see what happens.
So quickly hopping over to you, appears to be a younger Harengon. Appears to be hopping from the city towards you. He appears to have a large satchel at his side and looks over to you all, and he says, would one of you happen to be, and you see him quickly ruffles through the satchel as he pulls out a letter and looks over it, Beatrix?
Oh, yes, one of us would in fact happen to be Beatrix.
So we're not telling you which one.
Well, that's quite unfortunate. You see,
Fine, it's that one. And he points at Beatrix.
Oh, there you go. And it appears to be from Absol Lazuli.
Oh, yeah, because he likes you.
And what does this say?
So you open it up. It says, Dear Beatrix,
Aw.
as well as the others, I hope this letter has not found you at a bad time, but I have news that could be helpful for you. I have procured invites to the Fey Ball that Oberon is putting on pretty soon, and would like to give them to you as a token of my gratitude. But also, I believe they could probably be useful for you all as well. Meet me at my abode whenever you find a chance. And you all see that an address is attached to the letter.
Which we know we've been in. We just have never actually been on the outside of it.
Beatrix, do you think this means I can get another fancy outfit?
I think we're all going to get another fancy outfit.
Oh my goodness.
At least I hope.
Listen, those guys with Lord Ironthorn, they were bad guys, but their suits were so nice.
You would look so good
I
in one
wonder
of
if we
those
can
suits.
find their tailor.
And if we're actually going to the party, maybe I should change my name.
And you'll see the Harengon look at you guys and say, I'm assuming you guys are new to the city?
I've never been, ever, at all.
I honestly have never
No
been
temples.
to the city.
Right, I have no idea. I'm
No.
visiting. We're all visiting from
Not
here.
to the
Very
city.
If you need any sort of letters sent in the city, I'm from the Bunny Boys Postal Service. My name is Bunny Boy Tolan. If you need anything, we're the fastest in town.
Thank you for your service. And Billy is going to rummage around in his bag, and he's going to give Bunny Boy Tolan a silver.
Oh, thank you. And he'll stash that away and says, anyways, you all had a great day. And you see him hop off very fast. Are you asking anyone else in line questions, or you guys mostly
I think we're just
waiting
going to go on in.
Wait, I got it an 18 that time. Can I find a bug for Bugman?
Yeah.
Here, Mr. Bugman, I found you a bug. This is a rhinoceros beetle. If you find another one, you can make them fight each other. They're highly territorial.
Oh, I don't think I want them to fight each other.
It's kind of cool, though.
And you see him pull out a jar and sort of stick it in there. The jar appears to have leaves and various foliage inside of it.
Have a good day.
Eventually, after a few hours, you are now standing in front of the front guard. He gets his clipboard and quill ready as he looks each of you up and down. State your name and purpose.
This is Beatrix, and we are her friends.
Okay, I need all of your names, and he'll jot down Beatrix.
These are my friends.
Okay, but I need your names and your purpose.
I am Thistlethorn Shadowpaw.
Thistlethorn, Shadowpaw. Give me a deception check.
Can I give myself guidance on that?
You may.
15.
Listen, sir, that sounds made up. Can you be honest with us? We're just doing some checking.
Actually, that's not made up.
What?
Dun dun dun.
Blackjack is an alias?
he'll sort of look to the guard over next to him. Do we have that person on? Is there a person like that on record? Because it seems like you're kind of lying. You're still lying.
Oh yes. Yes.
And you see the other guard sort of look and says, I'll be right back. And you see them head off for a second. The rest of you, names?
I am Billy, Prince of Mudmans. This is Mudmane.
Xeonci rolled a 2 on his deception check.
My name is Zelion Whisper Spider.
Is it?
Some days, yes.
So what is it the other days?
They just call me Xeonci.
Xeons.
Yeah.
My name's Jaska, and this is mistletoe, raspberry, and blueberry.
You, as it points to Twitch.
Twitch Blackfoot. Just a card.
Eventually the other guard comes back. What did you say your name was again?
Thistlethorn Shadowpaw, also Thistle for short.
The other guard comes back and sort of whispers in this one's ear, kind of looks you up and down, and he sort of bows a little bit. Welcome, Blackjack, as he'll write down Thistlethorn. Lord Oberon was expecting you.
I was afraid of this. Yes, of course. Fantastic. Well,
Sorry, I do have to ask what all of your purposes are, or what your group purpose is.
We have a party to attend.
All right, I can get down for that. All right, you all can come on in.
Well, as we're walking in, I want to look over at Jaska and say, did you catch all that?
Yeah, Blackjack got a bow from him.
I don't know if I should bow or curtsy.
I think you should just ignore that urge.
As you enter the city, the streets smell of a refreshing smell of pine and leather. Many buildings appear to be built from smaller spruce trees, clearly being some of the newer buildings. Other buildings can be seen in various places which appear to be homes similar to what most of you would have saw on the material plane. But most have been taken over by nature, various vines growing on them with foliage, and these appear to be much older buildings. However, the tree that you saw earlier is very plainly in view, and the orange and yellow hues start to make sense to you. This large spruce tree, standing well over what looks like 300 to 500 feet tall, is covered in what appears to be amber fossiling all over the entire tree.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at reddirtdnd.com or reddirtrpg.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons & Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
This large tree that stands in the middle of the city is quite a spectacle, especially in the afternoon sky, the sun bearing down on it as some of the lights come from it, almost giving an orangish glow to the area. It's very strange seeing this entire tree just fossilized in amber, but it is quite a mesmerizing sight.
Okay, that's beautiful, but it makes me nervous.
The scientist in me wants to approach the tree and just take a closer look at some of the amber.
So you are actually nowhere near the tree. It is quite large. It's in the center of the city. You guys are still probably on, I'd say, the southern end. But you can still make me a nature check.
16.
This is, from all your scientific reasoning, not possible. Although you are in the Feywild, so whatever's possible sort of is thrown out the window sometimes.
You get a closer look at that, mumble out loud.
You can assume maybe magic's involved, but you're not sure.
Diancy wonders if it has any religious significance.
Give me a religion check.
And 18.
Blackjack, make me a history check advantage.
Also 18.
So all of a sudden, all this information is coming back to you. I'm gonna say, Blackjack, you probably didn't live in the city, but you lived near the city. Probably out on a farm with your family. And Ziansi, probably the same, probably out in the forest. But you know that this great tree was once a treant, a large treant. Supposedly had fossilized in some sort of great war to deal with an enemy to trap it forever.
Hey, Blackjack, do you think that's the great treant of the nature wars eons ago?
I don't remember much.
Was he a good guy or?
Oh no, he was a great...
He was a defender, right?
Yes, and he actually trapped an evil entity inside of him.
Can we fix him?
No, I mean, if we do anything that's going to let the evil entity out.
Let the evil guy out.
Right.
Oh.
Well, then it sounds like he's been this way for a few thousand years, so...
Right.
Yeah, but now we're here.
So you do actually have various figures sort of walking around the city. If you want to ask questions to them, they might know more lore. Some of them appear to be people that actually live in the city. You also see some various shops as you walk in. You see a little booth called the Athenus Daily. You see a hair-and-gone boy appears to be working it. Another appears to be Athenus Souvenirs, another booth outside. And finally, Athenus Travels, which appears to be a guide to Athenus.
Billy would definitely walk up to this newsstand because he can read now.
Yeah.
And
Is that
he
the
would...
Athena's Daily?
Yes.
Yeah, I go to.
So as you walk over, right before you get there, he says, "Newspaper, newspaper, get your newspaper."
Hello, kind sir. I would like a newspaper, please.
You see he's very much talking with his hands. He says, "Oh, you want a newspaper?
Yeah, I can recently read now.
That'll be 5 copper.
Okay. And he rummages around in his backpack and finds 5 coppers.
There you go. 5 copper, only 5 copper.
Billy's gonna try to read it, and Mr. Twitch is there for the hard words.
Billy, can you flip through and give me the funny pages?
Oh, I don't know what, those are the ones with pictures?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He flips through and he finds the comics and gives them to Twitch.
You want to look at the newspaper?
I do want to look at the newspaper.
So, first thing of note, you forgot some information. It is a local newspaper, part of FPN, Feywild Public Newspaper. At the top of it, there appears to be almost like a drawing of a mouth.
I tap it.
As it starts reading the head story. Lucky's Carnival of Luck and Fortune is coming to town. Lucky's Carnival is making a glorious start in Athenus. Having some problems in another city involving the theft of his Wand of Wonder and his death, he decided to rebrand or forget about that. Maybe perhaps the celestial god Ceos is involved in the rebranding, but that is just theory.
I can't remember. Was he the bad guy in our thing?
Bad intentions, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't a bad guy.
Did we fight him?
No, you did not fight him.
Selfish intentions.
He died and then came back because he's lucky.
Okay.
A smaller story appears to be miners, specifically.
People who work in mines?
No, children.
Or children,
Yeah.
okay.
Miners, not to be confused with miners, have been trapped inside of the mines after a cave-in yesterday. Apparently going exploring without permission, they have not yet been identified, but apparently should have enough food and water left by other miners to last quite a while. The other miners, not specifically that miners. Unfortunately, Oberon has seemed to ignore it, and some other Fey lords and ladies have been taking care of the problem.
Mr. Twitch, we gotta save them kids! I'm very pro-children now that I've worked at a summer camp.
So there's miners stuck in mines? The miners are miners?
Oh, it doesn't say if the miners are minors. It seems to insinuate that the children were playing in the mines where they should not, and then they got trapped. But that previous miners who are adults but who work in the mines, I guess left their lunch behind, and so they got enough food and water. So they're not like dying right now.
How is it you completely comprehend this and I'm lost?
I'm real smart now. And he pushes his glasses up his nose.
And then one final smaller story, local Fey noble denying Oberon's invite. According to reports, many local nobles have already denied the invite to Oberon's ball next week. One states, his parties are quite fun, yes, but they have been far too excessive. There are no local problems that need to be talked about in this formal fashion. However, recent problems have been arising as far as cities other than just locally, in the quotations end after he says fashion. News has come that both Bleakburn and Mama Moth's Island have had problems as of late. Both Lord Bleakburn and Mama Moth are supposedly meeting with Oberon at the party to discuss solutions to the problems.
I guess I'm representing the mud peoples.
Could he say, tell which lord it was that turned him down?
It does not say, it says anonymous.
Anonymous, yeah.
But apparently it's not just one noble. This appears to just be the opinion of one. It appears that these parties have been so excessive to local nobles, and you could kind of assume that these parties are also time for them to talk about problems, to solve solutions, and Athenus hasn't been plagued with problems, at least as far as you can tell. So there's no reason to have this much excessive parties.
Okay, let's tell Blackjack.
Yeah.
And then I run over, swinging my newspaper above my head. Mr. Thistles?
You can call me Blackjack.
Okay, I'm just shouting and I wasn't sure. Mr. Blackjack, Mr. Blackjack, Mr. Blackjack! There's children trapped in a cave. We gotta save them.
All right. Do we know where those children are? Or where that mine is?
Nope.
All right.
But hey, like I bet we can ask that tour guide guy.
And Xionsi has wandered over toward the Athenus Guides booth.
The Athenus Travels.
Yes.
A human greets you and says, hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's great. I see by your display signs that you have information about the city.
Yeah, I do.
I was interested in the giant amber tree. Is there any tours or guides or details about that?
Oh yeah, you can have our guide. It's about only 5 copper.
Oh yeah, I'd love to have that.
Yeah, you see him pull out one of these guides as he hands it over to you. 5 copper.
Okay, there we go. I'll trade you.
All right, thank you.
Can I ask, what's one of your favorite things to look at? Like, what do you suggest?
I've lived in the city a long time. There used to be this place called the Lazy Ladle. It closed down a few years ago due to health concerns.
Wait a minute.
I love getting places to eat.
The Lazy Ladle's closed?
Yeah, it closed down like a few years ago because of health concerns.
That was high on our list.
Well, supposedly there was a chef there, and he kind of kept everything together. He wasn't really the head chef. The head chef there was not a great person.
Oh yeah, Whitaker. Yeah.
Oh, you met Whitaker? Yeah, he left to go do something better with his life. Good for him.
I've got bad news for you, buddy.
What's that?
And I should assume Jaska just covers Billy's mouth.
Yeah, I heard he just went out there to make a better name for himself, and I'm really proud of him. Looking for the Duke of Bleakburn, and I'm sure his mom's proud.
Can you tell me where this cave where these children are trapped in is?
Could you tell us where the mine is?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean? It's headline news.
You actually do realize this is not even like a full heading. This is a sidebar. I haven't heard about that.
Okay. Do you have a map of Athenus?
It's on the back of the pamphlet.
What pamphlet?
The one I have in my hand. I paid 5 copper for it.
Excellent. Let me see.
Also, there's a little snippet about how Athenus became a thing and all that sort of stuff. So if you ever get a chance, read that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are you taking it?
I'm gonna look at the map and see if I can figure out where I think mines would be.
Why Xionsi's reading the thing about the history of Athenus.
Billy's looking at the back.
Yes, crouched down looking
So
up.
I'll start with Billy. You don't know, and it's not on the map. The only thing that's landmarked is the tree in the center. The streets are named, but no significant building names. Doesn't look like.
I wonder if they're mining the tree.
Billy, today's not the day to be a hero.
I have to save the children. They could be campers.
And also I was thinking if we could save the children, maybe we'd start to make a name for ourselves.
Are you reading the
Yeah.
thing? All right.
I'll read it aloud.
Athenus began as a city led by Fey nobles that wished to escape the greater Feywild and establish a new home away from some of their fellow nobles. Unbeknownst to them, there were already a number of people here, Specifically, two major groups, the Bleakburns and the Blue Dragons that ravaged these lands with their war. For a time, the city of Athenus thrived and stayed neutral in the conflict. That was until the Blue Dragon, Dreadhunter, the Grim, began attacking the city and took it with little to no fight back. For a time, he and his mate Ibnalia lived in the city and supposedly had children. However, tyranny could not last forever, as an ancient treant known as Treateth Spruce and a brass dragon by the name of Rumbleforger, the Eternal, became good friends and promised to take down the Blue Dragons. The fight was long and hard, and Treateth Spruce sacrificed himself to defeat Dreadhunter, causing Treateth to turn into the tree in the center of town. The rest of Dreadhunter's family has not been seen since the defeat, but are rumored, mostly in children folktales, to stalk the city and fly over it waiting for their revenge. Rumbleforger stuck around Athenus for a while, but eventually went away after the loss of his treant friend. Eventually, Athenus grew outward from the amber-covered Treateth Spruce, his seeds allowing for more common people to have housing. However, Duke Ulysses Bleakburn had spent his whole life fighting wars throughout the domain, and he would not stop with the Fey nobles of Athenus. Many times he would attempt to take the city by force, creating an uneasy alliance between Athenus and Bleakburn that did not ease until the demise of Ulysses and his son Oribos becoming the new Duke of Bleakburn. It took many years, but the city of Athenus is a mostly happy city, away from the strife and grief of other realms.
This ties in that blue dragon we saw flying over.
And we've heard Ignalia before.
Ignalia is the blue dragon. That's, yeah.
That's the mommy.
Yeah.
That's the wife, yeah.
That's the mom of the girl, of the child that we killed back with the wolf.
That Jaska killed.
That Jaska killed.
It was a collective kill.
So as you guys are sitting there talking, the high elf of Athena's souvenirs says, come over here. Well, I have plenty of souvenirs and may even be able to share a rumor with you.
Well, then you put it that way.
So Beatrix had already, while all of this was going on, Beatrix had already been poking around looking for a souvenir key.
The slogan is your one-stop shop for all things Athenus related.
Yes.
So here's what he has for sale. Some sort of Oberon figure. This figure depicts Oberon, king of the fairies. He has beautiful long hair and antlers that jut out from his head. Normally Oberon is very attractive, however this figure appears to make his head grotesquely big and almost even funny in a way.
He's a bobblehead.
He is a bobblehead.
I love it.
You also have the amber-covered tree keychain. This keychain obviously depicts the tree that stands in the middle of the city. It seems very cheaply made. And finally, a blue-scaled koozie. This strange contraption appears to be made from blue dragon scales. Tola tells you that it goes around a mug and proceeds to pull out a mug and slip the contraption around it. It fits pretty snug, but seems a bit macabre that it's made out of dragon scales. So any sort of purchase you make, I'll provide a rumor that's kind of related to it.
I see you have a keychain. Do you have a key, like an actual key?
I mean, I have my keys. This is to my house. I don't think I want to give these to you.
I'm sad.
But you have a keychains.
Yeah, so we have keychains.
And you have this Oberon with the large head.
Yeah, so watch this, and you see it smack down on it as his head shakes. Isn't that cool?
Oh,
It's very disturbing, yes. I will take one of those.
Okay. He says, that'll cost you 5 gold pieces.
I will give you 5 gold pieces for it.
And he will tell you, Oberon was the Fae that slayed that blue dragon all those years ago.
That's not the story.
Well,
Just a rumor. I'm giving you rumors.
guess I'm buying a koozie.
The koozie will cost you 1 gold piece.
1 gold piece. Come with a full mug.
That'll be another gold piece. If you want a mug.
I mean, okay, yeah, sure. Here's 2 gold pieces.
It is believed that the dragons serve an eternal punishment beneath the grand tree in the center of the city.
Okay, I'll get a keychain.
3 gold pieces.
Here you go.
All right. The rumor he gives you is the tree was created and raised by the Fae of Athenus long ago to make a palace for the ruler of the city. And I will say, Blackjack and Beatrix, you can tell your rumors are obviously fake.
Yes.
He says, well, thank you for your business. Anybody else want to buy anything?
You only have 3 things.
Also, I will say, who got the koozie? It was you. This is obviously fake dragon scales. In fact, everything you have here is cheap, except for the Oberon bobblehead, which is actually fairly well made.
Can you put that in your bag of holding?
Sure.
As you all are planning where to go, you remember that Lazuli has, in fact, invited you to his abode.
And it sounds like he's there, and maybe he knows where these children
Sure he
are trapped.
does.
Right, and I think we should probably head over there right now.
Right now.
Red Dirt D&D Tales from the Wilds is Aidan Cross as our Dungeon Master, Kiri Hester as Billy, Connor Shenold as Jaska, Johnny Payne as Twitch, Kim Cross as Beatrix, Brooke Bullock as Zionsi, and I'm Michael Cross as Blackjack. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician PJ Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of Monument Studios, Ovani Sound, and tabletopaudio.com. Dice for the Red Dirt D&D cast provided by SD Way Gaming. You can find us at reddirtdnd.com. If you're enjoying Red Dirt D&D, make sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd at whatever giving level works best for you. Join us next time as we travel farther into the wild.
A certain Heron named Lucky, if you remember the SoonerCon special, you assume that maybe he's rebranded
I
slightly.
knew that it was the same.
I'll have to go back and listen to that now.
You recognize some of this garb as some garb you've actually seen pretty common around Bleakburn. This person appears to be from Bleakburn.
Is it all the soot on the suit?
A little bit.
They don't burn the town
Is it
down
the blood
anymore.
spatter?
Blood spatter.
Sorry.
But like maybe you don't tell them your actual name. Maybe your name is Jack Black.
Please no.
We could be Tenacious D.
You don't always have to.
You can use my secret code name, Mariah Carey.
That's true.
Or mine, Johnny.
It's a very good name. It doesn't even seem to go with you as a persona at all.
Are bunnies faster than ponies?
Of course we are.
Because, I mean, Pony Expresses get letters there pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yes, of course we haven't invented the Pony Express yet.
But listen, ponies are...
But there is the centaur service.
This is a line to get into the city, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you'd think that we could.
You're sitting in a line you don't know about.
It happens.
It's just that's what happens in Disney World. You just get in a line up against someone cool.
This is the line
for
to
the
the outhouses.
sandwiches.
Is this an e-ticket?
That's an important line.
Is this the line to get into the
Churros.
churros? The jar appears to have leaves and various foliage inside of it.
They also taste really good with ranch dressing, so you can just file that away for later.
Ranch dressing.
Have a good day.
Got it. What a weirdo.
Actually, that's not made up.
What?
Dun dun dun.
Blackjack is an alias?
I think we knew this at some point.
Zonimus was an alias. It just never came to... Zonimus was not his real name.
Blackjack got a bow from him.
I don't know if I should bow or curtsy.
I think you should just ignore that urge.
I think, yes.
That's the lingering Kinsley in you.
It's the lingering Zonimus.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the great treant of the nature wars eons ago? You remember those stories?
I do remember those stories.
Vaguely?
The Deku Treant, yes.
Wow.
Sorry, couldn't help myself and go there.
Well, at least you know one of my inspirations.
Well, because see, my brain immediately goes to the evil tree in Fern Gully that they trapped the bad guy in.
Oh, yeah.
Played by Tim Curry?
Yeah.
Well, and it sounds like he's been this way for a few thousand years, so...
Right.
Yeah, but now we're here.
Yeah.
Yes, so who knows what's gonna happen
Level
now.
adventurers to save the day. He flips through and he finds the comics and gives them to Twitch.
That appears to be a Garfield strip.
There's a
They will
Tabaxi
never
that hates
end.
Mondays but loves lasagna.
Right?
The Wizard of Id
Yes, 100%.
Oh, I love the Wizard of Oz.
and Hagar the Horrible.
As you see the mouth appear where it is, almost animating.
It's text to speech.
People who work in mines?
No, children.
Or children,
Yeah.
okay.
Miners trapped in cave in the local mining area. I thought it was important that I say that because
But that's where they're supposed to be trapped.
Can you tell me where this cave where these children are trapped in is?
Could you tell us where the mine is? They don't call it a cave. They call it a mine.
They call it a mine.
well, I mean, are you reading the
Yeah. I'll read it aloud.
I'm just going to read it because just in case I have anything I need to change in here.
Read it in my voice.
Yeah, it's going to really confuse me if I don't hear his voice. I'm not going to know who's reading it.
Just
I need you to do that.
Everybody do your best, Beyonce.
No.
Oh boy!
Oh boy!
It's really easy. All you gotta do is like this.
I can't speak from my nasal cavity that well.
Oh man!
This keychain obviously depicts the tree that stands in the middle of the city. It seems very cheaply made.
Do you have one of these keychains with the words Billy on it?
So on a side note, I have actually crocheted a dragon scale koozie.
Yes.
That's cool.
And we've sold them at SummerCon.
who got the koozie. It was you. This is obviously fake dragon scales, not real.
It's crocheted.
According to reports, many local nobles have already denied the invite to Oberon's ball next week. One states, his balls are quite fun, yes.
I'm sorry.
This is the most Fey newspaper ever.